To start off, the object of the game is basically to start off with a king, and then it goes up to ace, and then you go all the way up to the queen in the same suit, hearts obviously, and then you do that for the surrounding cards except for the king in the middle, and that will take up 95 cards. You do that, you solve the game. So let's go take a look at 2 tips and strategies we can use to improve our odds. The first tip is basically to try to memorize the highest number and then add 1 of the cards that surround the king. So let's say in this example we have an ace here, and we would add 1, so that becomes a 2. And I'm referring to this pile right here. Anything that is 2 or below we would look at. Anything that's higher than 2 we're not going to look at until the opportune time. So taking that a step further, in this example right here, the highest card we can see is the 6 of clubs. We'll add 1, that gives us 7. So any card in that pile that is 7 or below, we'll take a look at and see if it goes through. That way we can click on the cards where the hand is and move through pretty fast. So in this example, the 5 of spades would we'd take a look at, and obviously we couldn't fit it anywhere. Now the more important tip, or the most important tip, is basically you want to keep the cards that are more likely to be used. If you look at these 2 piles right here, we want to try to keep the lower cards in there at the start. So for example, this 3 of hearts we could move where the 2 of hearts is, but that's not a good idea, because this queen right here would replace the 3 of hearts, and the queen of hearts is good, or the queen of diamonds, sorry, is going to be difficult to move at that time. Now maybe later in the game it might be easier to move, but at this time in the game it's just going to be a waste of space. We've only got, the 8 options here that I've showed, well, plus the 1, plus where the card we drawn, so we got 9 options total. We don't want to waste those options. We'd like to keep those options open, so we want to try to move only low cards if possible. So okay, the queen doesn't work. What about the 6? Well, we can pass on that. Maybe the 5 of spades. Yeah, that's a possibility. So we'll move the 3 of hearts where the 2 of hearts is and replace it with a 5 of spades. Now the jack, we don't really have any high cards, so we don't want to use that. So we're going to hold off on the 4 right there. We don't want to play that because of the high number of the jack. Now here's an example where the 2 of diamonds will move in. 8 of spades, maybe not. Here we have the queen of spades, so we don't want to move the 4 of hearts there. 4 of spades, that's actually a good card for us. So in this case we want to move the 4 of spades up top there, so we're going to move the 4 of hearts in place of the 3 of hearts. And there we have it right there. So you want to try to keep the low cards in the surrounding 8 if possible. So keep moving this pile along on the right until you get those low cards. And that way you'll improve your chances, and if you can do that, you'll solve 1 pile at a time, and eventually you'll get to the point where you solve the game. And that pretty much wraps up our video. Thank you for watching, and good luck.